Hello and welcome to the video. This video is for students in Essential Math 40S in the Home Finance Unit. In this video we're going to be calculating a property insurance premium. We're going to focus on house insurance in this video only. Tenants insurance is a very similar process with a smaller table, and your teacher can take you through that. We're going to worry about the larger, more complex table calculating house insurance. So we'll do that through a couple of examples. In the first example, you need to insure your home. An insurance broker informs you that the correct amount to insure for is $160,000. When you're deciding how much insurance to buy, you do want to enlist the aid of somebody. You don't want to under-insure your home, because then if your home does, and let's cross our fingers that this never happens, but if it burns down or is destroyed in some way, you want to make sure you have enough insurance that the house can be rebuilt the way it was before and then restocked with all the same belongings that you had before. You also don't want to over-insure your house because when you over-insure, they will only replace the house that was there. They won't replace a house with a mansion if you over-insure. So you're just paying for too much insurance if you over-insure. So if you're not sure, get somebody like an insurance broker to help you. They'll walk you through a long questionnaire to sort of figure out what the appropriate amount to insure for is. We'll assume for both examples in this video that that process has already been done. So if you live in Winnipeg and you want standard insurance, your two choices are standard, which protects you from major catastrophes, and then comprehensive, which we'll look at in the next slide. So you live in Winnipeg, you want standard insurance with a $500 deductible and calculate your annual premium. How you go about doing this is with a table, and the table is on a yellow page at the back of your home finance booklet. It looks like this, and as you can see at the top, it says Manitoba Homeowners Insurance Rates. Now again, don't use these as a quote if you're looking around for insurance. These are really just made up by us. They're pretty close to what you'd pay for insurance, but if you're actually buying insurance, you can get the rate from your insurance broker. Okay, but when we're doing this in class, we look in here, and the first thing you want to look for is the amount you want to insure. And you can see here, there's $160,000. Now you live in Winnipeg, the question said, so we look under Metro Winnipeg, and you wanted standard insurance. So going down that column, I see $565. Note that if you wanted comprehensive insurance, that costs a little bit more, for the simple reason that comprehensive covers more types of incidents that can befall your house. So it costs a little bit more. So in this example, we wanted standard insurance. That comes with a $500 deductible. A deductible is the amount you have to pay the insurance company before they pay out the claim. That's to keep you from making small claims. Okay. All of these prices on here come with a $500 deductible. So that's built in. So we're going to pay $565 a year. So the answer to this question is just as easy as writing down $565. And that's it. That's an annual premium that you see on that chart. In the second example, we'll go from possibly the easiest example they can give you to one of the hardest. So in example 2, Jim needs to insure his house. It has a replacement value of $310,000. He lives outside of Winnipeg, but he's close to a local fire station, which puts him in Area 3. And I'll show you where that is on the chart in a minute. He wants comprehensive insurance, which is the more expensive of the two kinds, and he wants a $200 deductible, not a $500 deductible. So calculate his annual premium. Now I'm going to be flipping back and forth quite a bit from the question to the chart, so please bear with me every time I flip. So we're looking at Area 3 for $310,000. So I'm going to go to the chart. You'll notice our problem is that as we go down the chart, there is no $310,000. The chart doesn't go high enough. So here's how this works. You find Area 3, go as high as you can, which is $200,000. Go under Area 3 and Comprehensive, and you see $799. So if he wanted $200,000 of insurance, it would cost him $799. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to put for the $200,000, That's going to cost him $799. Now I'm going to go back to the chart, and you'll notice right at the bottom it says additional amounts per $1,000 of coverage. So for every $1,000 of coverage you want over $200,000, it's going to cost you the amount at the bottom of the table here. So when you look through, again, we want to go to Area 3 and Comprehensive. We see it's going to cost him $3.91 for every extra $1,000 of insurance he wants. So I'm going to go back, and I'm just going to write that down so I don't forget it as I'm flipping back and forth. You have to figure out how many extra $1,000 blocks he needs above $200,000. So if you take $310,000, and you wouldn't have to write this down necessarily, you could just do this on your calculator. Subtract how much he's already insured for, which is $200,000. I mean, he needs an extra $110,000 of insurance. So we take $110,000 and we divide it by 1,000. That will tell me how many $1,000 blocks of insurance he needs to buy. And then we multiply that by the number off the table. So when we do that, it's going to end up being 110 times $3.91. He needs to pay $430.10 for that extra insurance over $200,000. Once you have those two amounts, you add them together, and that means he would pay $1,229.10 for coverage in Area 3 that is comprehensive. However, that's the amount he would pay if he wanted a $500 deductible, the default amount of deductible on the chart. I'm going to go back to the chart one last time, and when you look right at the bottom of the chart, you see for a $200 deductible, for a lower deductible, you have to pay a little bit more. You have to pay 10% more. So I'm going to go back to our slide again. So he needs to pay 10% more than this. The quick way to do that calculation is take his premium with a $500 deductible and multiply that by 1.10. The 0.10 is the extra 10%, and the first one adds that 10% onto this amount for you. So when he does that, your final answer is $1,352 and a penny, 1 cent. And that's how much he will pay every year for his insurance, assuming that nothing changes. Notice the difference between these two questions. This one was just reading a number off the table, and this one was quite a bit more involved. Any of these property insurance questions could have difficulty anywhere between these two extremes. This is the easiest you're going to see, and this is the hardest. That's supposed to be a D. I hope this video helped shed some light on what's going on with property insurance, and thanks for watching.